Let's go out into the woods and the boonies, they said. Cool, I said. I'm up for that. So they said, but with no kit, apart from a ferro rod. Cool, I said.
I'm checking out the place that I'm gonna camp for the night. Got a little drizzle. I think the high was 58 today. So whenever I'm checking out a place, I'm not going to be too obvious, right, and attract attention early. That's all you need is, you're digging around somewhere, right? And you get some curious employee going, hey, there's some guy out there hiding behind the dumpsters or looking, I think he's a homeless guy. Well, then you got problems. So, because what I'm looking at now is here, that structure. So that's just a garbage bin thing, but you can see that see those beautiful trees above it? Those are thick conifers. See here that we've got perfect cover. Somebody may be here already, so I'll have to check, when I come back. But again, we've got wind protection, and then here we've got full umbrella. Got one exit and two exits, so it meets everything I need.
Here I am up the woods. Now, I'm having a bit of a disaster. Firstly, the woods is fairly clear up here. Use it as a training area, so there's not a lot of debris laying around, and I can't really go hacking into trees. So I'm going to use my usual fire pit area again, because speaking to Gareth that runs the woods here, he'd rather, if I'm lighting a fire and spending the night up here on my own with no fire management, use the fire pit. So I am relegated to that. However, as in keeping with the original plan and idea, I've got no kit with me. I've got an idea for lighting this fire, but I don't know if it's going to work. And if it doesn't work, I'll have failed this plan in the first 5 minutes. Sorry, softie. So I'm going to run myself a new softie.
I've had a quick Google search. There's a woods up the road, so we'll go survive the night. I've got 2 litres of water with me and one of those cheap smoked sausages from the corner shop. I've got a flint and steel. Hopefully we'll get a fire going, heat up them sausages. If not, worse ways I can eat them cold. But yeah, I feel bad. Right, I found a section with some logs, so I think this is it for the night. I'm going to grab those logs, put them in front of there, slap some pine needles on top to cushion it, and just off that bit there, I'm going to try and find some longer pieces to lean up, but it's pitch black, so I'm going to crack on with that.
So I'm looking at this forest, but it just seems very open. Getting a little bit worried now. Time's ticking on. I need to find something quick. A bit of a panic now. Something close to water, because all I've got is my filter with me. It just looks really bad in here. Oh shit. I'm just getting worse and better. I gotta calm down, think it through. Plenty of time. Gotta be my spot of doom over there. How am I gonna do this?
right? So we're starting to lose light real quick. And the temperature's dropping. So the most important thing to do is to maintain your body core temperature, your core temperature. So as it's getting cool, you want to start putting on your layers. I'm going to get out my headlamp right away. I'm going to keep that in my pocket so that way I know exactly where it is. I brought this light for filming. It's going to get dark. Now here, obviously, I can't be starting a fire. I use these. These are just little tea lights. I use 3 of them. Just put a couple. Even one will keep you warm, but you put it and then any kind of a poncho or a shelter that you can put over it, that heat will literally radiate up into that shelter. So here I've got my outer layer. This is kind of like a neoprene. At the bottom I have my ground sheath. And then here I'm going to show you this killer cardboard box I destroyed. We're good to go. I'll get rid of the hat for now.
Oh, this stuff burns well. So, fire's lit. Next job is going to be gathering wood. I'm probably going to shelter up, literally set myself up at the base of this tree here. Make myself comfortable there. I've got the fire here. That's going to keep it in for me. I think it's just going to be a sitting fire tonight. These woods here, for me, are beautiful and they're brilliant. However, because it's not my woods, it's been kept clean. So all the debris gets picked up, all the fallen branches get picked up, all the dead wood gets taken out. And that, unfortunately, leaves a very nice woods. But for things like this, makes it very, very difficult for resources. So, I'm pretty much simulating the resources tonight.
I think I found some fat wood. It's soaking wet, but I've gave it a scrape. Looks like fat wood to me, so I'm gonna go down there. Can't even see. I'll bring you back in a sec. So I've got some dry pine needles here. I've got this bit of fat wood. So I'm gonna sit here and scrape off as much as I can.
All right, so I'm an hour into this, got a landing bit, and I've now got a fire. Well, in the process of gathering the tree bark, it's mocking me. It's just sticking to everything. So we just have a tiny little amount, but we're gonna make it count. So
It's getting dark quick. So the first thing that you're going to want to lay down is a barrier. You want something to sleep under, something to sleep in, and something to sleep on. So this is what we're sleeping on. Again, this is a drum liner. I'm just going to lay it down here. and then I've scored this cardboard. So I'll lay down this drum liner. That'll be our moisture barrier from the ground. And then I'll lay down the cardboard, which will help fight conduction. So, my gloves. I've always got my pepper spray on me, ready to go, you know, to de-escalate situations. What else? That's about it. Just losing light real quick, so next time I see you, it's going to be dark, and I'll turn on this light. Maybe pop a glow stick. So it's getting dark enough now. I'm going to light up one of my trusty. It's a beautiful night. Beautiful. Get that guy going.
Yeah, what have I got? I haven't got anything to make a shelter with. I can't go chopping anything down. I've got no conifers here. All the debris gone. I don't really want to use the laurel. It's toxic. Yeah, I ain't got bugger all. I've got a wooden bench that isn't wide enough for me to lay on. So I think it's going to be what I call cowboy style tonight. It is literally going to be huddled up in front of the fire. And that is going to be sometimes what you're going to do in an emergency, okay? You may find yourself in a situation where you don't have time to build a camp, build a shelter. You may find yourself in a situation like this, worse than this even, where there is no shelter to be had. You're going to improvise. And I can improvise it. I've got a wax jacket, it's a drover's coat. I can hang that over this bench, rig a shelter from rain and so forth that way. That will give me something to lay under, keep rain off of me. However, it's not due to rain tonight. However, it is cold. It is going to be a bit bitter. In actual fact, the moon is up. Yeah, 3/4 moon. Absolutely clear sky. It's going to get cold. So yeah, I'll catch you in a couple of hours. See how we're getting on. Mickey out.
So there's the fire. Obviously, it's a fire. I've moved over to the log, try and burn through that log. Keep on pulling that over through the night. Here's where I'm sleeping. I couldn't find no pine boughs. This is what I've done. I mean, in the dark right now, it don't look too bad. See what it looks like in the morning. Well, I don't think I'd ever get that fire started, firstly. Yeah, I've been here about 2.5 hours. Build a shelter. From what I can see in the dark, it looks alright. Just keep this going throughout the night now, I think. Have me cheap smoked sausages. There we go. Beggars can't be choosers, eh? She is going to hold. Just have to position it right. I do me. So the sausage is there. I've got one more. Got my water.
So everything's pretty quiet. Police are looking for somebody, as always. It never ends. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're always looking for somebody. Somebody's always running. Not bad. It's, I checked, it's 48, so it's pretty nice. I put on my outer layer, so I'm all bundled up. I don't stay up very late. And I think because I've done this over 100 times, I'm sure. Easily, guaranteed. Ooh, wind's coming. That could be exciting. It's drizzling just a little bit, but nothing's on me, so I'm good. This is the Gorilla Tape, you know, the little roll, the mini roll. I put it just over the tea light. If you get it just right, kind of squish on there. And then that acts as a little wind barrier.
That's 1:30 in the morning. I've just woken up because it's getting cold. Relit the fire. Hard to tell, but I think we've got some cloud cover up there. Can't see any stars. According to the phone, temperature's about 6 degrees. How am I feeling? Yeah, not too bad. Bit on the nippy side. Could do with a coffee. Let's do a collaboration, they said. Let's go out into the woods and the boonies, they said. Cool, I said. I'm up for that. So they said, but with no kit, apart from a ferro rod. Cool, I said. Who needs friends like that, really? Who needs friends like that? It is 4:32 in the morning. It's bloody freezing. Yes, I've got a fire going, but it's fucking wind coming from over there. Yes, and to do this video, I've had to take my woolly hat off because it's got a light on it, and I've had to put that over there. So who needs friends like that, hey? Well, I do. I need friends like that.
Well, it's a pretty quiet night. I've had a car drive through the woods. Apart from that, nothing else. So I think I'm gonna burn the rest of the wood I have, let that die down, and try and get some sleep.
So it's now 12 o'clock, midnight. So it's 5 o'clock now. I've pretty much had it with the will to live now.
So it's 1:13 in the morning a.m. and I've got my light here, which It's always difficult when you film at night, but when you're hiding, it's not. Obviously the thing that you want to do is have a white light on, but if not, you're not going to see any video, and then what's the point? So I'm going to set my alarm, see if I check in with you guys. If not, I'll see you in the morning. So it's like 5:45, so people, it's going to be light soon, and people are moving. So if you're doing this stuff, it's important. You got to pack up now. You got to be gone, because when workers show up or maintenance people, you know, people show up for work at 6 a.m. So you don't want to be here. So now's when you get up, and now you're going to go to something that's open at 6 in the morning. A lot of coffee shops open early, or go to the park. Just keep moving. You can do what you want, but if you stay sleeping, you may get caught when it's early, when people are showing up. So I'm just gonna hide some stuff, and like I showed you, there's a plaid pantry right over there. So I'll check back. Construction starting. Ciao.
So how did I survive the night? Well, kept the fire going. That was the important thing. Now, how we got through it was, I've insulated my arse off the ground. I pulled up all the leaves that I could find, and I made myself an insulated bed, get myself up off the ground so that my backside's not cold. I've got the tree behind me, so pretty much I've spent the night in this position, watching the fire, feeding the fire, and I slept. I slept for a good few hours. Now, the things that saved me through the night was, one, the fire, and two, this jacket that I'm wearing. So I survived the night because I'm wearing a drover's coat. I've got a nice thermal layer, okay? So I've got a thermal long john merino wool underneath, a fleece top, okay? Good pair of trousers, pair of merino bottoms, pair of wool socks. I sat there all night, and I will be honest with you, the only parts of me that got cold was a little bit on the back of my neck. Even though I had the hat down, still got a little bit on the back of the neck. My feet, my toes and my fingers. I don't like wearing gloves. Probably should have done last night, but hey, I don't like wearing gloves. It's not something that works for me. Did I survive the night? Yes, I survived the night.
It's 4 o'clock. I am freezing. Still got some embers on here, so. I'm gonna get some twigs, stoke this back up. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, that's better. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, I woke up bloody freezing, shivering. I'm warming up now though. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You can't even see me. I've been up since I stoked the fire. I didn't go back to sleep. Let the sun come out a bit, and then I'll show you what I built in the middle of the night. I'll bring you back in a minute. So that was my hotel for the night. I slept on those logs underneath that, which isn't too bad for being done in the pitch black, I'd say. I mean, I may have had to sit under there if it rained. I couldn't have laid down, but no. Happy, happy, happy.
Just hitting 7 bells. Just waiting for sunrise. Sunrise is at 7 bells. That's 10 minutes away. It's now Yeah, 10 to 7. So I said I'd make it all the way to sunrise. Look at what we got to do. Not one tool. A fire that was just a dream. It was like a nightmare that turned into a dream. Let's listen to these birds. Just play it out until we hear them. Well, I am shattered now. That is me spent. I don't know if I'd be doing much the day after surviving the night. Maybe just survive in bed for the rest of the day. This is the dog's bollocks of a challenge. I'll give it that. Something you don't expect from it is just how full on it is. I'd highly recommend it to any of my enemies or my friends. Very, very challenging. An itch that needed scratching. And I don't know if I'll need to scratch it again anytime soon.
Next time, let's do survival in the woods with only your survival kit. But here's the twist. No bags. The only way you can carry that survival kit, I don't care if it's got a tarp in it, I don't care if it's got a small sleep system in it, right? But you've got to be able to carry it without a bag. So, if you want to stick it in your arms and lug it, you can do. You want to stick it in your pockets, you can do. You want to put it in pouches, you can do. However, no Bergens, no rucksacks, no shopping bags, no boxes, nothing like that. It's got to be able to be carried on your person, and preferably a practical system. Yeah, something you could use in a genuine emergency.